He cook a chicken, no seasoning. He be dabbing for no reason.
Yeah.
It's just me and my white friend.
Yeah.
He ain't white, he just light skin.
Yeah.
He sent the pics when we ballin'.
Yeah.
Police come
Working
around,
on my
he
rapper
gon' do
voice.
the talk.
Yeah. No stalling and the credits go awesome. Yeah. It's Reggie Regg. Yeah.
720.
Hey.
My
It's Marv.
Yep.
You know what it is, man. We back.
Hey, hey,
It's been a minute.
hey,
We back.
Hey, hey,
I see.
hey, hey, hey.
Hey, what up, world? It's your boy, Reggie Regg.
Okay.
To my left, I got my main man, Marv.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I'm your favorite white friend.
All right, from the East Coast to the West Coast, it's the black and white friend you love the most.
That's right.
We're here again. Marv, you looking good, man. The
Hey,
working out's been
appreciate you.
paying off, man.
Hey, a little bit of working out. You know, I got my hair cut the other day. Got my beard shaped up.
Yeah,
you know,
real fresh.
I don't look like a mountain man anymore.
No more mountain man.
Well, not as bad, you know. Hey, but listen here. The wife loves the beard.
How was the
The
Valentine's?
the
how
wife
was the
loves the beard.
Valentine's Day?
It was
man?
good. It was good.
It was good.
It was good. Yeah, I just like all the other sorry saps out there, I waited to the last minute. And no, I mean,
She's gonna listen to this, so she's
that's
gonna...
fine. Don't worry, I'm sure he knows. No, listen. We live a very busy life. We have a child.
Very
We're
true.
we're transitioning family to.
Right.
We're packing
Back and forth
packing
from
them
LA
to go to North Carolina.
to North Carolina.
It's a lot, you know.
Filming.
And so working, trying to make money. So, you know, I did get her something the day before. Got her a Starbucks gift card and a little coin purse that she liked.
Okay.
You know, and
okay.
then got her her favorite ice cream.
Okay.
Got her some roses.
All right.
Got her some Reese's cups.
Okay.
You know, so I listen.
That's what's up. You showed her that you care. That's
I
what
showed her
matters.
that I care.
Right.
It's a thought that counts.
Right,
you know.
Right. I spent my Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Me and Mom Dukes. I talked to my mom for about
All right.
2 hours on the phone. Called up,
Okay.
had a real good conversation.
Okay.
Let her know I loved her. You know,
That's
what I'm saying?
great. That's
Appreciate
beautiful.
it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it was good because I enjoyed every
That's beautiful.
minute.
I love
I enjoyed
that.
the conversation. And then that was my Valentine's Day, man.
That's
so,
great.
You know, that was
Great.
good. That was good.
So I walked into the studio this morning, you know, and in our break room, I saw on the table some roses.
Yes.
So why are there roses in the break room?
We got a random delivery the other day. You know, everything's been like touch the delivery, so somebody left them.
Okay.
And there's a letter from Alex, like, hey, I miss your smile. Love Alex or something like that. So
Who's Alex?
I don't know. Maybe he got the wrong address. He was, searching for,
Oh.
I don't know. But
So-
I kept
so-
him. I was
so-
going to give the roses out to
So random people or some random guy just came and delivered random roses to our studio?
We don't know who was here before us. Or
That's true.
It could have been the wrong address.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's really nice. You know,
Hey, I mean,
that's
hey,
good.
love is in the air, man.
That's right.
But I mean, speaking of love, I love this subject today.
I do
I'm
too.
hype about this one.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hype about this one. All the lovey-dovey stuff. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, blah, blah,
But
blah.
we're going to blow your mind today with a comparison that you
Right, so the question...
might have not thought about yet.
The question is, are we living in... And you see I had to cue Marv up for those that's watching. Are we living in the new roaring 20's?
Oh my God. Gotta cue that up. Are we living in the new roaring 20s?
Are we about to see a transition of money that we've never seen before? Is there going to be a new wealth class? The middle class now? You're going to have to be a millionaire just to be in the middle class? Whew. Is the stock market and the crypto markets around the world, are they halting and stopping people from buying so that they can make sure they regulate who becomes wealthy? You're going to get all that and more on this episode. Me and my wife.
Didn't we have a pandemic?
Right, we did have a pandemic.
Yeah.
So let's tell the people.
Did the KKK storm the Capitol?
That happened. That happened.
You stop playing with the sounds. Stop playing with the sounds.
Don't start just kicking out knowledge. You just telling us stuff.
Okay, listen.
Let's tell the people how this all came about.
Okay.
First of all, we watched the Smithsonian. Maybe we could tag them in this if that's possible.
The Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian channel has a great documentary series going on, like America in Color.
Yep.
And one of the episodes is the 20's. And me and Marv checked it out.
Yeah, we watched it, and we eerily found a lot of similarities between the 1920s and the 2020s.
Yes,
what it could, what it has been already thus far, and what it's going to be in the future. So
right. Well, what it could be, we don't.
I guess what it could be, but we're going to tell you guys the comparisons that we've seen and that we saw. And see what you guys think.
What's the saying? Like, you don't know your future if you don't know your past.
Right.
I think that it's a good reason that it's a good reason to analyze that. So let's get straight into it. I think
let's tell them how it all started. Okay, so 1918, real quick. 1918 pandemic. The Spanish flu happened.
Okay. Because that they did start with that, didn't they?
1918. Pandemic.
So we have a pandemic.
2020 pandemic. Okay. Comparison number one.
All right. Okay. I like that. Because that wasn't even on the beginning of my list, but that lets you know. Okay, we came out.
That's the setup.
Right. The country was coming out of a crisis.
Right.
Okay. During that time, our first notch of similarities. During that time, there was a great inventor who came out with, a new way of living, a brand new way of getting around, a great inventor named Ford.
Woo!
Henry Ford.
That's right.
Yes. And he wasn't the inventor of the car. He was not the inventor of the car, but he was the inventor of the mass assembly of the car. Getting it out there.
He perfected the mass assembly.
The mass assembly of the car.
Like you
right.
Said, yep.
So who will we compare him to today?
Elon Musk.
Right. That's our big inventor today. He has Tesla. We call him a genius, and
he is essentially making it so that the mass population can have electric cars.
Yeah.
And then eventually autonomous cars, which means driverless
self-driving.
Self-driving cars.
Woo! Now I'm glad you said that, Marv. Marv is on it today. You slept well. I
did. I did.
Hey, but autonomous cars, right? Cars that drive themselves.
Right.
All right.
And that's going to be the future.
Now, one of the things that was funny in the documentary is that Henry Ford, got the mass production of cars, but there was a high accident rate during that time. So it was a huge thing. Even when they brought in the invention of the the stoplight and things of that nature, boys were getting killed. Like 2 or 3 boys were getting killed a week. Getting hit by cars. Even Henry Ford's son ended up getting hit and killed.
That was in the documentary.
Yes. So when you think about that, that just brings a little caution on these first batch of self-driving cars. Right? If we've seen it in the past, be careful.
Listen, I just saw an ad this morning that this guy was like, Thank you, Waymo. This is, and Waymo has a self-driving car, and you saw him get in the car, and the steering wheel was turning on its own,
right,
in traffic. I mean, so I think that the technology but
there's I've seen videos. I've seen videos where Tesla does not recognize traffic stop and they smash into it. So it's like it's still early,
right?
But we don't know. We don't know if those numbers are gonna equal out.
What they're saying with the autonomous cars is that the flow of traffic will improve. The flow of traffic will improve. Insurance rates will go down. Accidents will go down. Now, who makes technology? Who develops technology? Man. Okay. We're human. We're going to make mistakes, So, but what they're proposing and what they're saying is that the rate at which autonomous cars get in wrecks and accidents versus when humans drive vehicles.
It's gonna be less.
It's gonna be less. You know, so you're still gonna have accidents, but you're not gonna have as many accidents as if humans were driving the cars. So, you know, yeah, but yeah, so
we'll see. That's number one. That's from an article. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We're living through it.
I think it's going to be a thing. I think it's going to be a big thing.
First one, Henry Ford, Tesla. All right, that's the first one that
the pandemic was the first one.
Oh yeah, pandemic. Coming out of a pandemic. We got a great inventor, new inventor, Henry Ford. We got Nikola Tesla.
Yep. Then now today, Elon Musk.
Right, Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk and Tesla. I said Nikola Tesla. I'm sorry. Elon Musk and Tesla. The next thing, during that time, we were going through alcohol prohibition.
Alcohol prohibition.
Right,
okay.
the legalization of alcohol.
And these people in the streets, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe this. In this documentary, people were literally smashing bottles of alcohol, bottles of booze, letting the liquor go down the drains.
Yeah.
Today, people would have a conniption about that shit.
But this is the thing.
Y'all would freak.
That was
people were smashing liquor bottles on the street.
That was for television and for the cameras, but the alcohol went underground.
But it was flowing underground.
It went underground. Right. And what is our comparison to alcohol prohibition today? I get high every day. I get high every night. I get high.
Listen.
Marijuana.
Speaking of high.
Woo, that is fancy. Put that on camera. That's kind of fancy. Marv got a little. What is this? What do you call this?
It's a cigarette. It is a cigarette case. It's supposed to be a cigarette case, but I'm using it for my joint case.
Fancy. Look,
so I pre-rolled these myself.
Woo.
You know, so nice.
Look,
nice
if
case
you want one, we got these in the description. Click the link.
Exactly.
Get you one. Great. Get you a little cigarette holder.
Great. You know, getting fancy on it.
Yeah. Get your little cigarette holder.
Because smoking blunts after blunts after blunts. I know how you do. You know. So
black people be on the Dutches. Let me get a Dutch Philly. Let me get a pack of a Dutch.
A Dutch. I love Dutches though. I love Dutches. So go out and
check our description. We'll have some cigarette holders in there for you to get.
Hey, listen, for the people that do like Dutches, we're gonna have a Dutch description for you too, so you can buy them Dutches.
Right. In the description, we'll get that.
That's right.
But as you see, we're living through that time right now. We're living through marijuana prohibition right now. Whether you recognize it or not, states after state after state becoming legal. But at the same time, we see that the federal government is still not made it, legal in America. Right. So it's a lot.
I think that time will come. That time will come.
And even with us being out here in LA, not to be speaking too much. I'm not going to tell locations or nothing, but there's a lot of underground, like even with there being dispensaries here, and you can go. There's a lot of underground parties, underground places where people are, still shops underground. You can, so it's kind of we're seeing the same exact thing,
right?
That we saw during the alcohol prohibition. That we saw in the
Come on, North Carolina! I know you can do it. Come on,
I heard South Carolina passed
Virginia. I heard Virginia.
Wow. So I
heard Virginia, but come on, North Carolina. Let's go.
Let the herb do its thing. Right. Get some medicine.
God made every seed. God made every seed.
All right, but
I have a question for you though. January 6th. What happened January 6th of 2020? 2021.
What did happen?
January 6th. Trump. That's when Trump had a speech, and everybody rushed the Capitol. There was an attack on the Capitol.
Yeah.
Okay. Comparison.
Okay.
1918.
Yeah. Well, no, it was in the 20s.
The 20s.
Yes. Another comparison.
Go ahead. Tell me.
All right. Marv is exactly right. We witnessed, and you said it was January 6th.
January 6th.
I damn sure don't. I'm not gonna mark it down on my calendar, but the day that the day of the Capitol.
That's what happened.
But I remember
January 6th.
Yeah,
of
January 6th
this year.
This year.
The insurrection of the Capitol, or
the Capitol was stormed. Now we say
breached,
it's about Trump supporters, but it's just a riot. They took over the Capitol, and the comparison that we saw, did I write the day? Yes, 1924. 1924. The KKK walks the Capitol building. And that's crazy. So what is that? What's our comparison? So we're coming out of a pandemic, swine flu. Bing. We're coming.
Not swine flu. No.
No, what was it?
Spanish flu.
Yeah. Ford and Elon Musk.
Right.
Tesla and Ford. Weed prohibition. Liquor prohibition.
Yep.
And then the KKK walking the Capitol in 1924, and Trump supporters. People who. Republicans who were mad thought that the election was rigged, storming and breaking in the Capitol.
Right. What else do you have for us? What other?
Now this one right here.
Comparison. I want to hear this one.
Some people ain't gonna like this, and some people gonna like this.
Okay.
But this comparison right here is tough. During the 20s, we have President Harding die. President Harding dies, and the vice president steps in and pushes business in America. So I know there's a lot of people who don't think Joe gonna make it.
I've heard that. I don't like to speak on stuff like that personally.
I don't either.
I don't like to speak on stuff like that.
I'm just going by history. We just going by history here.
Right, I understand, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm not. We don't want to speak that on. We don't want to speak that on nobody.
Nothing like that. But
let's go to science.
Let's
go to science. The average American probably living 80, 85, 90, maybe.
Yeah.
My man Joe is 77, 78.
Like yeah.
So he'd do 4 terms. Let's say he'd make it through his first year. That's 81.
Right.
81 years old.
Okay. So let's say he gets reelected.
All right. He gets reelected. Let's say Joe, I don't think if this was Vegas and I had to put money on it, I don't think Joe going to make it through 2 terms if he was to get 2 terms. He ain't making it 8 years.
So you think Kamala Harris is going to be stepping up?
Based on history. Now we're comparing history, guys. I'm just telling you what happened in the 20s. President Harding passed away and the vice president came up and pushed businesses. I won't be surprised if that happens. I think Joe can make it through his first 4, but I don't know after that.
Now, you do realize that, and listen, I don't like to have this be a huge political show or anything like that.
This is just the roaring 20s.
But at the same time, check this out. President Trump got acquitted. So he was found,
he can run again, right?
He was found not guilty. So he can run again.
He can run again, yeah. He can run again.
Listen, I've made a prediction. I've told a couple of my buddies. I think I told you too. That he's about to start up his campaign again.
You think he's going to go for another one?
I think he's going to go for 2024. I think so.
Again, nothing. I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing.
I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised by anything.
Yeah, nothing shocks me.
I mean, listen, whales could be flying in the air. I'd be like, some whales flying in the air. That's cool.
All right. Never thought I'd see the day.
Let me smoke a joint.
So hopefully this comparison doesn't happen, but
no, we hope it does not.
Yeah, in the 20s we lost a president. We lost a president, and for us, we haven't at least in my lifetime, we haven't had a loss of president yet, have we? So it's damn near time. It's about due time.
I think that the last president that was in office
that died
was John F. Kennedy, right? He was assassinated.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like while in office.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's passing away while in office. I think the last president was John F. Kennedy, if I'm not mistaken.
And that was like grandparents' lifetime. Maybe a parent.
A young parent.
Yeah, young parents. Older parents might have experienced it too. So it's about that time. We haven't in our lifetime seen it.
Listen, this is giving me the heebie-jeebies. So let's move on to the next one. God dang.
All right, so President Harding passed away. What's another one? Okay. Oh, okay. So right now we're living kind of through. Well, it's not no kind of through. Right now, there's a great migration going on from California and New York.
From those states.
Yes, and basically what that means is this is the first time last year, like the last 2 years for California, and especially since COVID in New York as well.
Yeah, a lot of people moving out of San Francisco, LA.
You're seeing the first time that the number for people leaving is more than the people moving in. Right. So that's why they're calling it the Great Migration, because that's the first time. People always moving to California, so this is the first time you're seeing people, the number outweigh people moving in.
Right.
Which, makes a lot of sense, especially with, at least in Hollywood, the movie industry being what Tyler Perry did on the East Coast. So that opens up more filming on
Atlanta.
the East. Right, in Atlanta. Tax breaks in other areas. And then the high cost of living. And then with this COVID, you got to get out of those places. People are working remotely now.
Right.
So we're seeing,
and companies are seeing. Actually, we did hear a report. We while we're in the studio in the office here, we have a TV going on out there and that watches the stock market. And what they were saying is, these guys were saying, do you remember this? Is that they were saying that the companies have seen a productivity increase now that people are working remotely, that people are working from home, that the productivity has increased.
Yeah.
And then also that eliminates a lot of overhead too.
Yeah.
So,
we're seeing
and saving
shift.
companies money that way. But
we're seeing a shift and
so also 5G is coming. 5G.
So with
coming out.
With comparing those, right? What you saw happen in those cities where a lot of blacks moved in. So a lot of blacks moved into New York, and you saw the jazz renaissance. You saw when the people from the South that came, and that's kind of crazy. Like a lot of people that I've been meeting out here, a lot of people from North Carolina, Florida, like it's kind of like what? Like they're still moving out here because like they're not thinking, the price horse. Like it's like we're just gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we're gonna get it wherever we're at.
Somehow,
if I wanted to be in Cali, I want to be in Cali. If you want to be in New York, you want to be in New York. Because those networks are still in those cities. You know what I mean? I have a friend that is out in New York.
But the thing is because of the internet, because of technology, and because of a camera up everybody's ass, that you can be in North Carolina, Wyoming, you can be in Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, all over the country. You can be wherever.
You'll be all over the world.
All over the world.
Yeah.
And bada bing, bada boom.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that just travel. They'll do blogs. They'll do vlogs, video, and they'll make money that way, just traveling.
Right. So I mean, you.
My wife and I want to do that. We want to travel the world. My wife and I, we want to travel the world with our kids and
are going to do that.
Sorry, we're going to do that. Sorry, yes.
Speak it.
Yeah, speak it. We are going to do that. I am going to be a millionaire. I am a millionaire.
All right.
I am a millionaire.
Get all right, man. It's programming. You got to program yourself. You got to. And but so
I've been listening to my affirmations.
Good.
I am a millionaire.
Talk about it, Marv. So we saw the Great Migration. We saw black people move in, and other cultures, and in New York, bring the jazz.
So I'm listening. Back up for a second. So help me out here. Are you saying that black people are moving to California? And
no, only comparison here is a Great Migration.
Okay.
It's 100% fact that more people are leaving Cali and New York than ever before, and there's not enough people moving in to. This is the first time that's happened in American history in a long time. The last few years, right? That's the same thing.
That's because everything is so damn expensive in California and people can't afford it.
Well, because
the minimum wage is still $7.25.
Because of COVID, you know what I mean? And New York is the same way. You got to think about the cities that. All right, so New York, right? Let's take Cali out the picture, right? New York. New York is expensive. But New York New York is a hustle bustle town though, right? You also buy a lot of beaches, a lot of water, you know what I mean? Cali, a bunch of mountains are a touch away. The beach is a touch away. Hollywood is a touch away.
And also what we found is that people, especially younger people, are working smarter than harder.
Right.
So they're working less hours. They don't have to bust their ass for 60, 80 hours a week, where, they're working 10 hours a week and making more, the same amount of money, if not more money, than people back in the day working, 40, 50, 60 hours a week.
Right.
Where you don't have to do that nowadays because they have systems that are autonomous and that do business for you, basically.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah, to understand that was one of the comparisons, right? The Great Migration. But what I was saying is that even though people migrated, right? People relocated, companies relocated. A lot of people still moved into those areas because they're nice areas. You know what I mean? New York, Cali are nice areas. So
a lot of companies are moving out of California, though, out of the valley.
Right. And like Tesla moved to...
Yeah, Elon Musk moved Tesla to Texas.
Right.
They're saying that Austin, Texas is going to be the booming, like the next, like... boom city.
Texas, Colorado.
Austin,
Colorado. Oh, there's no taxes in Texas.
No income tax.
There's no income tax.
Yeah.
So you're seeing a lot of migration. But I guess you could tell by our conversation. I can tell from history, you're gonna see New York and you're gonna see Cali still do their thing. Why? Just because that's just what it is. Yeah. And the way this new economic boom is gonna transfer, there's gonna be people who gonna have money and they don't give a damn if it's expensive. There's people now who don't give a damn if it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
people are out here living.
It's just a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different mindset. How you want to live, where you want to live. Yeah. But Marv touched on it. Right, not to stay on the Great Migration too much. You touched on it. A new technology, right? The new technology during that time. Back in the 20's, you had the radio.
Yep.
The radio was the thing that brought the world together.
Yep.
And made New York or somewhere where you didn't live much closer now. Yep. Now they had sports heroes, Babe Ruth, because the first commercial ad was Wheaties on the radio. All right, so that's what we saw, commercializing and programming people.
Little Orphan Annie,
right? All this through the radio, and then now, what's our new technology now?
Streaming,
streaming.
You can stream anywhere,
and I'm gonna take it a step further.
From your phone, from your tablet, from your computer, from your TV, anywhere you want to, in the bathroom,
right,
on top of the roof, whatever you want to do. Streaming.
I'm gonna take it even a step further. Okay, we got streaming, and streaming is changing like television. Right, we're not using
and the way we look at things.
Not how we're losing cable.
How we consume things. How we consume entertainment and information and all that stuff.
Right, but I'm gonna say this though. There's a technology out there that is bigger than the internet. That's gonna change our lives more than the internet. And
it's actually what some people are calling the new internet.
It is the new internet. It's funny because I was listening to something right before we came in here. And Mark Cuban has said that we're living in a great time because blockchain technology is the new internet. And I know some of you are like, well, what the hell is a blockchain? Blockchain is the same. It's Bitcoin, right? It's like Bitcoin. It's the technology that moves cryptocurrency, right? Yeah. So the thing that a lot of people don't know is that it's not just money, right? Like there's cryptocurrencies that are like
information,
right? Making video games through player movement. Each blockchain is a player movement. Yeah. You'll be able to watch videos, TV, internet through the blockchain technology.
Blockchain, every blockchain is a different movement. That reminds me of the 80s when you played Mario.
Right. Well, it's just the movement of the players. Right.
Turtle.
Well, of course, it wouldn't be that stagnant, but
right.
right now that's how their games look. It's real slow, but we're talking about they're fine tuning a technologies that basically we're going to be running everything off of it. You know what I mean? Everything. So,
and Mark Cuban has said that this is the new internet.
It is the new internet 2.0. And
so all you people that thought the internet was crazy, and all you people that think cryptocurrency and the blockchain is crazy, well, just wait about 10 years.
I truly believe people will be using it. If if you don't know, you'll be using it and not even knowing it. To buy houses, cars, everyday items, grocery items, all that stuff. Right.
So, I will say this. One of my pet peeves. I used to work in the grocery industry. Okay, I used to work at we'll call it the food kitty. Okay, used to work in a grocery store, and I hated. It was my biggest pet peeve. When motherfuckers would cut checks, would just write checks for groceries. That pissed me off so much. I don't know why. But then, you got a little old lady, filling out her checkbook.
But that's funny.
How much?
You lived through that.
Filling out the checkbook. God dang.
We don't do checks no more. We don't do checks no more though. We do cards now, right? And then eventually we won't be doing cards. You know what I mean?
You know what? Boop, boop, they have developed this grocery cart that you scan the items as you go, and then
you just get the up out.
Scan the items as you go.
All right,
the scanner's on the cart, on the grocery cart. It's crazy out here. Listen, I love our older audience. If you write checks, nothing against you, but that was a pet peeve of mine. People broke out the checkbook.
Yeah, don't bring out the check in the grocery line. The bosses write checks.
I love a mom, but she loves to break out the checkbook.
She still break out the check.
Yeah, she does. I love them. Hey, I love you, Ma.
All right, so
I love you.
Don't get behind.
We'll get you some cryptocurrency pretty soon. Okay?
Don't get behind Mrs. Marvin in the grocery line.
All right,
we know that.
No, we'll get her hooked up with some Bitcoin here.
All right, so a couple more comparisons because we're going long on this one. It's so many. So many. So let's run them back. Let's do a review. Let's do a review real quick. So.
Pandemic.
There was a pandemic before. Yep. A sickness.
Cars.
Ford
we had
versus
Ford and Elon Musk.
Ford and Elon Musk. Liquor and weed. Liquor prohibition. Weed prohibition. We had the Great Migration.
Yep. Great Migration
from California and New York.
Yep.
Great Migration during that time. We had. So we kind of skipped over this one a little bit, but with the weed prohibition and everything. We told you the alcohol, everything went underground. Because of the undergrounds, you develop speakeasies. And during this time and the jazz and everything, the women had a sexual revolution.
Right? Yeah.
We see that now somewhat, right? With the slut parades,
OnlyFans,
Instagram, everybody's, even mothers out here, titties out, ass out. And it's okay. I'm freedom. I can show myself. And look. Marv likes to hear titties and ass. Titties and ass makes Marv chuckle. But it's a sexual revolution for women too. They feel like right now we're living through a time where women feel like they can express themselves sexually and also experiment sexually. Like I've heard young girls
hold on now,
dating other women and having a choice to like date women and date boys, and so it's I think that's another comparison throw in there. All right. Yeah. The other one was new technology. All right, radio compared to now. Streaming and what we're going to. We're thinking even another 5-10 years blockchain technology. Yep. Now there's really like two more that are really kind of great factors that we got to speak on.
All right.
The major one. Thursday, October 24th, 1921. And now we're getting to the end. So there's one before this. Let me go 1927.
All right.
There's a great Mississippi flood. All right. And we always see this sometime during our lifetime. We've seen it in New Orleans and Even back home, like a couple years ago in Lumberton area, Fayetteville, the levees broke, and that Mississippi flood,
hard storm,
took around affected 10 states during that time. It was a hurricane and it affected 10 states. Miami being one of them majorly, and that was when they named them Miami Hurricanes.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So the Mississippi flood was a major thing. We'll see if anything like that happens during our time. Most likely it will. We always do see this stuff. You know what I mean? Just to be honest, this is like not to like speak, it's like this is shit that we've already seen.
They say history repeats
itself. So keep out for some kind of huge storm that affects 10 states. And then the major one that you have to prepare for now, because we are going to go through this roaring 20s. I feel like after they give out all this stimulus money, because they did the same thing with this massacre, the government had to give out money that would have equalized what they gave was equal to like $1 billion today. So, they got $900 billion to give out for our stimulus checks, and business relief. So when
they've given out a lot of money, like billions,
right? And so when people get this money and they use it right, or just put it back into the economy, things are gonna boom pick up. The vaccine is over, the economy's back. We're gonna be rolling, right?
Right.
But I only think it's gonna last so long because the same thing happened Thursday, October 24th, 1929. Now, everything we've been speaking about, these similarities, have kind of been in chronological order a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of the 20s to now we're getting to the end of the 20s. And what happened at the end of the 20s is
the Great Depression.
We were going off credit. We had our cards. We had it right. You were exactly right, Ma. We had our cars. Everything was going good. And guys, we're coming out of a depression. It's an old crisis. We're coming out of. So same thing like Spanish flu. We're going to have the economy's going to boom. I think it's going to be great. All the people on Wall Street talking about it. We see more big companies. Elon Musk just bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. We're going to see money transfer.
Microsoft's talking about it. Other big companies are talking about it. Getting into Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, things like that.
But that bubble's going to pop.
It is.
It always does. We've seen it in 2008. Now we're living through it here in 2020, 2021.
So prepare.
And basically what happened in October 24th, 1929, there was no buyers, only sellers. And basically the market crashed and the Great Depression happened.
Yeah.
And so are we living to answer the question, all right? You answer the question. Do you feel like we're living in the roaring 20s right now?
There are a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
A lot of similarities. But the thing is that you got to remember this too. Throughout history, you're going to have similarities. History is going to repeat itself in some form or fashion. It might not be the exact same way or the exact same thing, but you can kind of see a progression in the future. Okay, so many years, you know that we're going to progress forward in some way. You see it with the internet. You see it with technology. You see it with cryptocurrency. You see, all these things changing, and that's just, it's just another chapter in our history book.
I do think we're living in the roaring 20s, and I do. Yeah,
I
think we're in
a different way. But yes, there are definitely similarities.
I feel like we're living in the roaring 20s. I think we're in the beginning of it. Because right now we're recovering from a pandemic. Yeah. So that would be like us recovering from
the Spanish flu.
Yeah. Or really like recovering from the a Great Depression. You know what I mean? And so as this, like I said, this bailout money comes, more and more people. I'm seeing more and more people making businesses. The entrepreneurial spirit really got in people sitting at home.
Hey, us included.
So we see we're going to see a lot of new businesses. We're going to see a lot of old businesses that aren't going to make it. We're going to see big companies move to digital, right? Yeah. We're going to see the digital boom. We're going to see a new group of wealth. And then I think we will see all that bailout money and all that shit bubble again. There'll be another bubble, and we're going to do this all over again, and however you put your money through this next decade, and we'll look back at this podcast and be like, damn, boy.
Yeah, we were,
but look, as we get up out of here, Live life, love. Go follow us TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We're everywhere.
Subscribe to our YouTube
Subscribe
channel.
to our YouTube channel. Go get the
Smash that like button.
Yeah, go get the cigarette holder. Go get the cigarette holder in the description. We got some products in the description that you might like if you are a marijuana prohibition type person.
Go ahead and light her up.
All right, if you're a marijuana prohibition type person, we got the description down low. Oh,
there it is.
dang, it was something else I want to say before we go. We love you.
T-shirts coming soon.
Yeah, we love you. Peace.